Hi. Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David, not David.
And I'm Gary, also supporting my local sourdough.
Are you?
Yeah, it says sourdough dealer, but you can't see the dealer because it's below camera angle.
So there was some interesting Taylor Swift news.
Oh.
And she's been posting about how she's got sourdough on her mind.
Oh.
And it consumes about 60% of her thoughts.
Oh, my.
Now, how would you translate that?
She really
Okay,
likes
so you got
bread.
basically no idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is she? Do you know who she's dating?
Travis Kelce.
And he does what for a profession?
He is a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, like
That's
Big
right.
Jim Slade.
Ooh.
Perhaps she should check out Big Jim Slade before she commits herself to Travis Kelce.
I would think that would be a good move on her part.
I would.
Do you know what Super Bowl this is that's coming up this year? The number.
No.
Take a wild guess. She's thinking about sourdough bread 60% of the time.
Oh, 60. Super Bowl 60?
Guess who's hosting it?
San Francisco? Oh, got it.
Any thoughts of who might be hinting that they're going to be the halftime show at Super Bowl 60?
No idea.
Yeah, I know. We should probably read on that for a different reading because this is not going to be that reading. No. So what happened on Friday?
So Friday, Putin and Trump had a little listening session in Alaska, which apparently now belongs to Russia.
That's kind of my thought. Right. And the reasons, the snark behind that one, besides the fact that, and I forget which intuitive, it probably was Linda G. I want to say it was Linda G because they were talking about this is during the Trump first administration when Trump met with Putin in Alaska or met with Putin. It's like, what's he trying to do? Sell him Alaska? And her guide said, don't laugh. Basically, yes, he's talking about that. You don't want to manifest it. One of the things that we've learned, if you've been paying attention to the news, is that when you have a summit like this, and I do use summit in the loosest sense of the word,
yes,
the host country's leader speaks first. And when Putin started speaking first, reporters apparently had to scramble for their headsets to get the translation because he was speaking in Russian, and they were not expecting the Russian leader to speak first, which, again, the host country speaks first. So if Putin's speaking first, who's the host country?
Yeah.
Has Trump already given Alaska to back to Russia? And we just haven't found out the details about that yet.
Yeah, I would be. There's a lot of people in the comments asking that, and my general response was, I think there's a lot of people living in Alaska that might take issue with that. Besides, Trump's trying to get Greenland and Panama. He doesn't want to give up territory. He only wants to collect territory.
Yeah, I think, and to be honest, he might agree to a deal like that, but he can't unilaterally do it. Congress is definitely going to be involved. And being that it's a red state, I really, really doubt that our Congress is, especially in its current form, is going to give that up. And even if the Democrats were in charge, and let's say the Democrats had a super majority, they're still not going to let it go.
No, they're not going to let it go. No, hell no.
Heck no. So we can be like, I can't believe this guy, and I could see a deal where he's already agreed to it, but you can't enforce it.
Yeah, I think he probably let Putin go first because Trump he's got such a man crush on Putin. And it just, let Daddy Putin go first. He's got a lot to say. He's very important.
You ever also notice, I don't know if you're ready, the stories on it, Trump never answers a question. He always defers. He's always nebulous with his answer. Oh, we'll see what happens. We'll revisit this in 2 weeks. We could do that. We may not. We don't know. I need to think about that. He never commits to an answer.
Yeah, well,
It's
because
funny.
he's completely clueless as to the whole backstory and situation, and he can't make a decision because he's unintelligent on the background on it.
Yeah, he needs Stephen Miller to tell him what the answer is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like they say, whoever whispers in his ear last is the one that has the influence and control over the direction.
This is kind of like the natural consequence of somebody who always cheats on tests.
Yeah,
and progresses further and further into the subject matter. They know less and less to the point where they are absolutely helpless and fully dependent on people to give them the answers.
Right.
All right, but why don't you read on the energy of this summit?
This listening session for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so
yes.
What's the energy on this? How did everything go? What do we
I'm
need
sure
to
it went
know?
really well. Come on, 4 wands.
Okay, foundation is the Page of Swords. He's going to let him keep fighting.
Agent Krasnov has now entered the chat.
Yeah, it's just the Page of Swords to me is like, boys will be boys. Let him keep fighting. Let Putin do what he needs to do. He knows what he wants. He's got a vision. He's fighting the good fight.
Concepts of a peace plan.
Yeah. The challenge is the agreements. Putin and Trump might have had some agreements that needed to be hashed out in order to let him keep fighting. This is kind of these are the transactional agreements. Give me this, I'll give you that type of deal. This isn't big picture stuff. This is kind of, there's some transactions that needed to occur in order to let the fighting continue. Underneath it, you got the King of Wands. So this to me is who's the king? Who wants the actions taken? Trump went into this demanding that there be a ceasefire. That was his goal, was a ceasefire. Now he wants them to come to a peace agreement.
Right.
Which basically
started, for those not up to speed, Putin's whole thing is that he doesn't want a ceasefire. He just wants a peace plan. And Trump went in wanting a ceasefire, left wanting a peace plan. So he basically morphed Putin's stance, and it's now Trump's stance.
Yeah, Trump went in thinking that he was the King of Wands. He came out as the salamander.
He went in as the Page of Swords, not the King of Wands. Like I said, he had concepts of a peace plan.
In the past, you got the Hierophant. This is, Trump was the head of the government. He was going to be in charge of this. He knew what he wanted out of this. Current energy is the Empress. Well, Mother Russia.
Hello.
Putin turned on his Mother Russia charms.
Who's your mommy?
It's funny because Melania, I guess, gave Trump a letter to give to Putin, a handwritten letter. Lord knows what was on that.
Who said that?
I saw that in some reporting on it.
I'll go see if I can find that while you.
Yeah. I'll go slow. So overarching energy is a 3 of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal. I mean, so this is once again, Trump wanted to go in with a ceasefire. He basically felt he was in charge. Putin showed him that, no, I'm the one that's in charge. This is my show. I'm the belle of the ball. And, if you were expecting a peace or a ceasefire, you're not going to be happy with this. I'm sure Zelensky's really unhappy because Zelensky's been out there warning him, and the European allies have been warning Trump, don't trust Putin. All he's doing is looking for an excuse to keep grinding away in Ukraine. Lesson to be learned, the fighting will continue. 5 of Wands. Outcome is the Knight of Swords. Putin's going to just charge ahead recklessly and keep the fighting going in Ukraine. This whole listening summit was for Putin to fend off Trump for a little while longer so he could keep fighting. That's the energy I got out of that.
You're giving, I think, and to me, I think you're giving Trump way too much credit. I think it was to let Trump know that Putin will let Trump know when a
the
peace
fighting's
plan
done.
is ready, not the other way around. I did confirm it. People magazine as well as Reuters reported that Melania wrote a letter to Putin, and apparently or allegedly it contained information like
hair.
a coded message, asking for peace for the children of Russia and Ukraine, or returning of abducted children, or something along those lines. I wonder if she was wearing her green jacket with the lettering on the back.
Oh, maybe,
because she showed a lot of concern for kids locked up in cages on the southern states in the first term. Maybe European kids mean more to her than brown kids. I don't know.
I suppose.
What is Putin now? How is Putin feeling about how this message went? Did Putin get his point across to Trump, or what point was Putin trying to get across to Trump? I realize I've asked like 3 different questions. The cards will figure out. That's kind of like, did Putin get his point across to Trump, or what was Putin's point he was trying to get across here? Spirit will answer the question that it wants to. It always does, but
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Queen of Swords, very cut and dry. This is the way. This is the way it's going to be. Now go forward and do it because I said so. Then you had this card come up in yours. Underneath it all, the 10 of coins. Okay, Putin's concerned about his legacy, but he's also concerned about the Russian economy. And right now, Trump and the U.S. and NATO countries, European countries, have sanctions on Russia, and Putin basically needs to get rid of those sanctions quickly. There's only so much. The clock is running, it's ticking, it's winding down. You can only be a dictator in your country and make things hard on people before they finally give up hope that you're going to make things better, and then they'll go for regime change. In the past, you got the Chariot. To me, this is the wars just grinding on, and they're losing money left, right, and center. Current situation is the Moon card. This one came up in my readings I did earlier. There's a plan in place. He and Trump have a secret plan in place that they've implemented. I think Trump is basically going to have to lead the charge on this one. And I really do believe it's going to involve Zelensky in bullying Zelensky. And there we go. This card has now come up 3 times in my readings about this. The first time I read it's like, what are they going to do? Blame Joe Biden for this? I think this is Zelensky. Zelensky is kind of the key. When Gary had his spread, he had the Page of Swords. I was wondering if that was representing Zelensky because it was crossed by the 2 of Cups. Putin and Trump have agreed on something, but they haven't actually included the young person, the non-70-year-old, who should be part of those conversations. Now you have to basically, I think Putin's saying, we have a plan and you need to go forward and convince this guy. You have to convince Zelensky that it's not worth it anymore. The lesson we learned is the Ace of Swords. Zelensky certainly has this energy, but I think Putin and Trump, they've got a new thing here. Look at these swords cards. It's going to be brutal. Whatever it is that they're going to offer to the King of Cups, it's not going to be kind. It's going to be very dictatorial. Outcome is going to be the Strength card. Basically, I think what Putin came out of this thing strong.
Yeah.
He's told Donald what to do and how to do it, how to move the plan that they have forward. It involves Zelensky, go forward and be, you're the leader of the free world. Go tell him what to do and how to do it. Maybe there'll be some money for you in this. Yeah. This is just going to be one of those things where Trump is going to be the ultimate bully.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the one guy who doesn't deserve it.
All right. Well, he's meeting with.
Stun you into not knowing where to go with this.
Well, I was just thinking, he's meeting with Zelensky on Monday, and we're going to do a separate reading on that, right?
Right. It is worthy of its own reading.
Yeah. So my natural question would be is how does that work for him?
Right. Well, how about you look on how Trump is feeling about the secret plan? Or what do you think Trump's going to do? Talk about Melania's letter.
God. Yeah, I'd rather look at Melania's letter. Just a little fun spin at the end of this. So Melania gave Putin a letter, a handwritten letter, imploring for the safety of the children.
Do you think it had like pictures in it?
Maybe. Like I said, a lock of hair, maybe.
Trump's DNA. Here, compare this to other samples and make connections.
Let's just see. What do we need to know about this letter? Is that all it was, or was there more to it?
What's the red herring card? That's what I want to know.
The Queen of Wands, of course. Foundation Queen of Wands. Oh, we need to take action to protect those that depend on us.
Sure.
Because we're in a nightmare situation. All this fighting and is tearing up the children. You're such a big, strong man. You can at least give back that, right? It's just for the. It almost
looks sincere. These cards would make it look sincere.
It's so far. I mean, I'm being a little snarky, but I have to agree with you. So far, so good. In the past, Page of Pentacles, just trying to lift this idea, this value forward. We should all be holding this aloft and admiring it. There's your child on the horse. Current energy is the sun. Let's let the sun shine on the children here. Overarching energy is Queen of Swords. This is the right thing to do. Lesson to be learned is the world. This is impacting the world. The world is watching. We need to bring an end to this cycle.
I would say bring it home. Bring them home.
Yeah. And then it's a shame it wasn't the Three of Wands. The outcome, the Two of Wands, actions. Think about the future and what actions you want to do. I take the high road or the low road. Yeah, I don't think there was any secret message. I think it was she was legitimately trying to implore him, probably playing on, her heritage and background and playing on that to get Putin to ease up a little bit. But it's to your point. Yeah, she was sure damn silent when you've got, kids from Central and South America that are in cages, right?
Oh, she wasn't silent. She wore a jacket that screamed her opinion on the thing.
Well,
she didn't want to go do it, and Trump didn't care. So why was she being forced to go be an ambassador to this situation?
Yeah, she could have sent a letter to her own husband about that.
Well, I guess she wrote to the person who could actually do something about it, right?
Yeah. Of course, with Trump, it'd have to be pictures, right? It couldn't be words. It'd have to be pictures.
What would Trump do with? Traffic them probably. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know that. That's just throwing out the worst case scenario of what a horrible person might do. We all know Trump is not a horrible person, despite the fact that he had a long-standing friendship with the Epsteins, and he's notorious for one thing.
Yeah.
And he likes women, really young ones, too.
Gosh.
Yeah, God. Anyway, I got nothing else for this one. You got
That's all I got, too.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to doing the Zelensky reading next. There'll always be time for more Epstein readings, but not
absolutely.
All right, thank you everyone for watching this video and supporting our channel. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, if you like these videos, subscribe and hit the bell. We'll wake you up at midnight with a new one. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I read every single comment, except for the ones that YouTube puts in the timeout box that I don't see. And I respond to a lot of them.
And he also does something that
Shout out! Oh no!
Miss Marianne never did shout outs.
No,
she did call outs.
She used to whack kids with a mirror.
She did no such thing.
Punched out
Miss Marianne was a saint. Anyway, Gary likes to give shout outs to people who leave comments in our videos.
So I'd like to give a shout out to CC, also known as Flutterby, which was the
Flutterby and
Shutterfly. That was the original name of the butterfly. Well, they were called Flutterbys, and somewhere along the line they've got swapped. So instead of calling them Flutterbys, which is actually a very appropriate name, they're now called butterflies, which who knew? And
then 4 swords for you. Things to contemplate.
Terry Berryman, who made a wonderful and thoughtful and generous contribution to our channel. Go Long Beach.
We get the world card.
Yay! Terry's a Long Beach, I think an alum. So she's always cheering on Long Beach. And that's where my daughter goes to school. And then let's wrap it up with Bonnie Price. Woo!
Bonnie Price. Grinding forward.
And then a card for the rest of us.
It's going to be the 3 of Cups.
You're so close, you do not even know. It's the Ace of Cups. Yeah, emotional times. Boy, oh boy.
Wrong is still wrong.
Yeah, that's that's kind of the thing is, it's hard not to be outraged when you can see something is patently wrong, and not only do they get away with it, but then there's people that are blindly supporting it, and it's so freaking frustrating.
Have you seen any of Gavin Newsom's posts recently on Twitter?
I certainly have. That was the reading that came out today on our channel. I did a solo.
Because apparently he was being questioned by the media, like, why are you writing such obnoxious posts? And he's like, why are you asking about this now? I'm writing the same style as the president. You've given him a pass for all these years.
Did not say that, did they?
Yeah. I was just watching a TikTok. They had reporters questioning the style of posting. And he literally responded, Trump's been doing this for years, and you guys haven't called him out at all on it. You've normalized this.
Hey, les chat l'orange.
Exactly. All right, everyone. We will catch you later. Have a good one.
Yes, the reading is now over because Kitten is singing. Right,
just Kitten? Like the Jacqueline show, except now we have cats instead of dogs.
Yes. What kind of dog do you have? Is it German Shepherd?
Yeah, white German Shepherds, apparently.
White German Shepherd, okay.
All right, everyone. Take care.
Bye, Kitten.